Okay everyone, we're going to try something a little different today. I know I'm right in the sun, but I have to fly this way because of wind direction. We're going to take the Mavic Mini up and we're going to do a flight test in reverse, because I saw a video from Dustin Dunhill that was talking about better signal reception when it's facing away from you than when it's coming back. So we're going to give it a try. All right, let's get her going. Whoop. Better start my screen recording. I'm also going to be doing the Mavic Air today, just to give a little comparison in the distance. So let's go. So we'll do all reverse. Figured that might be a little different than what you're used to seeing. It's very sunny today, so let's go. I am not using my parabolic dishes today either. So this is a straight stock test. So one thing about the Mini I've noticed so far, this is my 8th flight. I think that it is actually smoother on the yaw, and that the camera gimbal is actually a little better than the Mavic Air's gimbal. It seems the side-to-side dampening effect seems way better. Now you guys can tell me what you think if you have both drones. But that's my take on it anyway. As you can see here, there's a lot of people that haven't been able to pick their corn yet. So that's what you're going to get to see today, is dried corn that needs picked. One thing I wish they'd do for the Mini's app is make the Wi-Fi bar signal look better. It's really hard. That doesn't really work. And also you can't, and other reviewers have said this too, it's really hard to see the battery percentage because it's white on white and the sky is usually white. So I usually tilt my gimbal down and then I can read the battery percentage is 87%. I'm filming this in 2.7K. I think I'll film the Mavic Air in 1080 60 frames per second, just for file size sakes. If you guys noticed on here, we haven't had any lagginess in the screen, no dropouts. It's just very smooth for such a tiny drone that everybody said was a toy. It wasn't going to be worth anything. I just held my opinions until I saw some reviews. I wasn't sure if I was going to buy one because I had the Spark and the Mavic Air already. And then I just decided to bite the bullet because of the flight time. I know that 30 minutes isn't realistic. I've seen some people come awfully close running it down to 0%, but it's just not realistic. But the 3 batteries, having that charging dock, the 249 gram thing really does not matter to me. I think I've said that before. I really don't care about that. And I'll tell you, I haven't regretted selling my Spark so I could afford to buy this at all. I love my Spark. It was my first DJI drone. But that gimbal and the flight time is what really set me off on it. Clear blue skies today, folks. Just a beautiful day. Better conditions, 5 to 10 miles an hour. With the wind. I'm sure that's a little higher up at 250 feet where I'm flying currently. Normally I wouldn't fly this far backwards because you can't see where you're going, but at that height, I know my area and there is nothing to hit. This is flatland, Illinois. As you can tell, it's mostly farmer fields, and that's pretty much it. Little towns scattered here and there. So I'm going to push my antennas forward a bit because it said weak signal. But like I said, those Wi-Fi bars up there are still all 4 are lit, and I just don't see that that's possible. And then it says weak signal with all 4. It's just not accurate. Yeah, I'm dropping out video signal right now. And it still says 4 bars. Got it back because I had lifted my controller maybe 6 inches. Tried to aim it directly where the drone is going. Now Dustin Dunhill got 18,000 feet, which is amazing. But he's also up on a mountainside. I mean, it's a slight mountain, but so that really helps him out because he's kind of dead even with the drone and there's really nothing in his way. So those are optimal conditions. And I got 14,000 feet or 11,448 feet with my boosters on, and I turned around not because of signal but because it was really cold that day, and I know battery life expectancy gets real short when they're colder. Well, we're approaching the 2-mile mark with no boosters or anything on my controller. And they're not boosters, they're just reflective dishes. That's all a parabolic dish is. It directs the signal into a tighter stream. Well, we're over 2 miles. Holding strong now that I lifted it up just a hair. Because there is a slight rise in front of me, but it's very minor. I'm gonna turn around at 60%. Well, I don't have to turn around, I just gotta come straight forward. If I go much further, there's another little town of about 150 people called Nora that I'm approaching actually. And by road, it's 3 miles away from us. Well, I beat my range test that I had the boosters on. Crazy, huh? This is dead stock, just the sticks, or just the antenna. Bare bones, guys. That's crazy. Let's hit 13,000 and bring her back. Now I'm gonna let it return to home at its own speed. Okay, 13,000. Return to home, baby. Shouldn't have to turn around. Just come straight on forward. Lost my FPV. There, we got it back. I'm going to cancel that return to home so you guys don't have to listen to that beeping. And I'm going to just full stick forward at home. Because you let return to home kind of line you up. And then you can shut it off so you don't have to listen to it and just hold your stick forward. Because it does exactly the same speed in P mode as it does in return to home. So it's already lined up, and if you hold that stick straight, it's coming straight back where it was pointed. I'm not moving my controller at all, and it does the weak signal thing, but like you notice the 4 bars are still 4 bars. I don't know if I told you guys this, I think I did. I like that it tells you what degree your camera angle is pitched. The Mavic Air doesn't do that, I don't believe, not on screen anyway. So being in reverse didn't seem to hinder the distance any, that's for darn sure. Still doing 18 miles an hour, a little more. Should have a little tailwind. I'm trying to go a little sideways in the to the wind, so it just comes. But it's not a very high wind today anyway, so shouldn't affect us much. Yeah, weak signal. But I have 4 bars. No, you don't. 50%. Should be no problems getting back. You know, Dustin Dunhill, a lot of his stuff is sponsored. You know, he gets the materials to use, and so he pushes things further than anybody I've seen on YouTube anyway. And I really like Dustin's videos. I mean, he has great content. He's a good commentator. But he almost didn't make it back. About 50 feet left, he landed in a grass bank right next to the park he was standing in. It was pretty nerve-wracking for me. I can imagine what it was like for him. Because he pushed his battery to 50%. But by the time it actually turned and made its way for home, I think it said 48%. And he was 3.4 miles out one way. Yeah, I'm not willing to do that with something I paid for, because my wife will kill me and she will never replace it, or never let me replace it. Well, this is a very smooth flight so far. You guys let me know what you think of the Mavic Mini, if you own one or if you're thinking about getting one. Well, there's some dried corn for you to look at. I'm hoping my friend lets me know when he's picking again, which he said he would, so I can go out and get some more combine footage. Maybe get some, I think all the beans are picked, but we still have a bunch of corn. Guys, we're at 41% and we're coming up on just 1 mile left. I think we're gonna land with a lot of power left. I don't know if everyone knows this. If you touch your battery up there, it tells you the volts and your time you've been flying. Everything looks good. Temperature's really low on the battery. So it gives you some good information. Weak signal, yeah. And what I plan on doing is putting up the Mavic Mini footage right next to the Mavic Air footage on these tests today. That way, just to give you a little idea. Mavic Air, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my parabolic dishes off and let you guys see for yourself. We're at 36% battery, well under a mile. You see those white buildings in the distance, that's me. I'm before those, so. That's the big town of Warren, Illinois I live in. 1,500 people, just won a state football championship, combined with the South Wayne, Wisconsin Blackhawks, and we are the Warren Warriors, so now we are the Blackhawk Warriors. And they won their state championship game, and I believe it's Division 7 in Wisconsin, because we're right on the border. Up on the top of the screen there, you can see Wisconsin. I mean, we literally live half a mile from Wisconsin from where I live, so. Might have to warm my fingers up before I fly the Mavic Air. I overestimated the sun's power today. It is sunny and really nice. The wind is very mild, thank goodness, because it's still only supposed to be 35 degrees today. But the sun sure makes a difference on how it feels. %30 battery. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna land with 25%. I think. We'll see. Place your bets, everybody. Place your bets. Just super impressed with this little platform of the Mavic Mini. So glad I bought it and made the decision to sell my Spark. I would love to have my Spark back, don't get me wrong. If I had the money, I would have kept it. But just wasn't in the stars. Flew back straight as a string after I lined up with return to home. Just held the stick up, never made any corrections you guys could see on the screen, no turning. Straight back. I'm just starting to hear it at 800 feet away, so it's quiet. But when it's up in the air, it gets louder because the sound travels downwards from those props. Or rotors, whatever you prefer to call them. %. Start slowing him down. Face straight down at us. Well, I've been recording for almost 18 minutes and I didn't start recording until I was in the air. There's the low battery, 20%. And that sound I cannot change. There's the little fella. Move his camera up. Hi everybody. Look at that, would you? Right in the middle. Okay, that's the end of the Mavic Mini test. On to the Mavic Air. See you in a minute. Alright guys, this concludes another flight from Drone Rise Photography. Gene Dago here. Huge town of Warren, Illinois. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like and share with your friends if you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Goodbye.